Hi, my name is Raymond. For this final project, I would like to do some analysis and try to maximize the profit of an ice cream startup, as opening up my own store has always been one of my pursuits. And I think this would be a fun and nice opportunity for myself to have some experiences in managing a store with limited available resources. And just to note that all the recipes I use to make the ice cream in this project are from allrecipes.com with slight modifications. And as you might already knew, that allrecipes.com is a very great platform to find and share everyday cooking inspirations. So let's take a look of my ice cream shops. Since this is a startup, my shops only offer 4 different flavors of ice creams, including the vanilla ice creams, strawberry, chocolate, and macchiato ice creams. So they have profit ranging from 60 cents to 150 cents. And assume that I have already purchased all the necessary facilities and machines to make ice creams. And right now I only have $50 available to buy ingredients, as I have nothing in my inventory for now. If you take a look right here, I have 0 inventory for all the ingredients I need to make all these ice creams. So what that means is I have to use that $50 wisely to buy the ingredients I need to run my shops, or otherwise I would not be able to sustain my business. So just to give you an example, to make 1 vanilla ice creams, I need 2 tablespoons of white sugars. I need 1/4 cups of cream. I need 1 cup of milk and 1/4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And from this inventory table, it's very clear that some ingredients are needed for all the ice creams, such as the white sugars and creams, and some ingredients like the cocoa powders and chocolate syrups are only specifically required for the chocolate ice creams. So to get my ingredients, I will come to this local store that sells all the ingredients I need to make my ice creams, and they would print a receipt for me at the time when I check out. And I have to make sure that the total amount of my receipt has to be less than or equal to the $50, which is the my available budget. So one problem that I need to resolve before I run the solver is that as you can see here, I use a different unit than those in the grocery store right here. So to calculate the amount of the inventory that I have in this column, I would require to use the conversion table right here. So just to give you one example, if I want to calculate the amount of white sugar I have, like the number of tablespoons of white sugar I have, I would need to use the quantity I purchased multiplied by the number of pound per bag of white sugar and the pound to tablespoon multiplier. And that's how I get the number of inventory for all the ingredients in my inventory system here. So after everything is set up, I can start to run the solver. So I will have 3 analyses. So for the first one, I will set the objective of my total profit, which is C34 as the objective itself. And then I would choose the max because I try to maximize the profit of my ice cream shops. And the variable cell, I'm going to select the quantity, which is C31 to F31, and also the quantity I purchased for the ingredients. So this is going to be the basic setting for all three of my analysis. So in the first analysis, I would just add two analysis. I would just add two constraints. For the first constraint, I would make sure that I spend within the budget, which I have to make this total number I spend has to be less than or equal to the $50 budget. Then the second constraint is that I have to make sure the inventory left has to be greater or equal to 0. So after I add these two constraints, I can click solve. And you can see that with the $50 budget available, I can actually make roughly $134. But this result is a little bit unrealistic and not that ideal, as I cannot sell like ice cream with decimal and I cannot buy the items with decimals. So to make this more valid for my second analysis, I will add two more constraints, which I will make the quantity into integer and also the quantity I buy for each ingredient into integer. And after you run this, the result is going to be more realistic because everything I sell is an integer number and everything I buy is an integer number. And although the integer problem is fixed, this result is not that realistic as well, as I don't buy some of the ingredients at all. So in a real life situation, if I want to open up an ice cream shops, I will want to make sure that I can at least make all the ice cream so I can serve all customers. So one last adjustment that I would make to make this scenario more realistic is I have to make sure that I at least purchase one for each of the items. So cell N42 to N51 is going to has to be at least greater than or equal to 1. And I have already run this scenario beforehand because, as you can see in the report, in this analysis is going to take a minute to run. So if I run this scenario, it's going to give me that the total profit that I'm going to have is going to be 114 with the spending of $49.45. So this last scenario is more realistic because I can serve all the customers with different tastes, because some customers might order vanilla, some customers might order strawberry, chocolate, and macchiato. But in the previous example, we don't buy any of these ingredients, so we couldn't make ice cream for chocolate and macchiato. So even though, as you can compare for the last scenario with the second scenario, is that the total profit of the output of the last scenario is less than the total profit of the first scenario, but the last scenario presents a more valid and realistic outcome, as I can serve customer with different taste. And I think this project gives me a very nice opportunity for myself to analyze a problem in a more rational way. And thank you for watching.